In shoring up support for the U.S., President Trump met with the NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte. President Trump has been critical of NATO allies, arguing the U.S. carries more of its fair share of military spending. He's also accused some NATO countries of ignoring his calls for help in reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Now, Rutte has said the president is still committed to NATO despite his disappointment.
He is completely committed to the NATO alliance, but he is also absolutely clear, as always. This is the great strength of this president. So he was always clear, I'm committed to the NATO alliance. But I expect allies to spend more, to equalize with the United States.
Let's bring in Spencer Faragasso. He is a senior fellow with the Institute for Science and International Security. Spencer, Trump has been clearly frustrated with NATO, threatening in the past to cut ties. So where does the NATO alliance stand right now?
Well, clearly the United States remains a key part, the bedrock of the NATO alliance. All the rest of the NATO countries have little capability to replace the key capabilities that the United States can provide. I think the president clearly wants to see greater military spending commitments from NATO. The real focus here is that a stronger and rearmed Europe, which is basically all of NATO, equals a stronger NATO alliance and a stronger and more secure United States. We have to remember that one of the key strengths of the United States is our alliances. No other country in the history of the world has had as many alliances as the United States. But as the saying goes, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And the fact matters is that the United States cannot do everything on its own. So that's why the president is calling on NATO members to spend more in their defense and shore up their capabilities. But the real question here is, do the means justify the ends? And only time will tell.
So when it comes to Iran, what specifically does the president hope to get out of NATO allies at this stage?
The president is clearly an opportunist. I would be unsurprised to see him use this as an opportunity to press his NATO allies for greater commitments in terms of military spending. And if bombing would resume, possibly unfettered flyover access and access to military bases. He's clearly very disappointed with certain NATO member states because of their actions during the war. But he would definitely want, at this point during the juncture where we're negotiating with Iran, he would want to see an unfettered, unanimous consent by NATO to the peace accords.
Spencer Faragasso, thank you.